Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favor upon this Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Grant that it may perform its high duty as in thy sight. Give divine guidance to the President of the Republic. Endow members of Parliament and ministers of state with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of government, this land and people may be well and truly served, and their good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision of our country, fair as it might be, a country of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a country of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a country of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service and honor shall be given to the deserving, a country of peace, where government shall rest on the will of the people and the love for the common good. Bless the efforts of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people, that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen.
For a Friday, Nyankopon Ashaya so from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the very last day of the working week. That's it. Say Wabekai home anapa way. A GDA pass a baby will be a way. Nothing's way to me as sorry. Now, oh, Baby Shaying, I was sorry, not sure. So, can who say, we're for down for our friend Yanum, nor for which your phone in I say, Omunkoswa, and share WTV San say, when I'm a papa. Edi mamu anapa we ade ache yentumi nhye yende ya say without going through scripture enti yanko tie ni a erade ewo edi mayen. Anya me living obako di kane mo keje lala ulule ichi oni jinyonwa na ehuke ikomi keje kuku ni jinyonwa ke ikomi ega kanyo ake eja ake nyonwo awo ebofu ile kitaye ohe won ni ameabu ohe koni ameba oyi ye hefe heni oya. Amen. And then the English reads as follows. Psalm 91 verse 11. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard all your ways. And so if you know the scripture, Psalm 91, it says that God himself will continue to protect us. And so you realize that from the beginning of that scripture, from Psalm 91 verse 1, it tells us something, and it tells us that God's unfailing love is always with us. And so the first verse of that chapter says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And so once you are able to dwell under the secret place of the Most High, once you are closer to God, he will do well to also protect you. Yanko Nyankopon chain na fe yentina na sese ne be ya ono so bambo bia wodi mayeno obetumi ede adomie enti eno ena Psalm 91 ka kire yen anapa we free honum dia yanko MHB 944 says now the day is over. Enko share hymn of the day. MHB944. Now the day is over. Because I was school no ye pon Friday na ye call assembly na afi ye be pon ya na ya to sa himwe. E to we pe na obi who say oh kona go fi ni dey weekend. But this is also telling us another thing. Say ye share na ya nye ejuma sese ye na adesa entumi enye sa ejuma no enti ejuma bia de ahye won sa ejuma bia wo ye bia no hweso na ye na se ne be ya adesa untumi enye sanse ebia hu kanea na unya kanea mpo emfanye sa ejuma no. So that is MHB 944 for you. But thank you so much for joining us this morning. We are so grateful to have you do this with us. Today's program promises to be another exciting one, and it promises to be educative, and so do well to stay with us. Frianum, the Wesleyan news updates we bring on our so you share newspaper headlines. Emerepemono, you share apomoding nothing so insurance minutes. Nafi about stories I be kan wa na pa we no a news analyst bet na in China afi yetumi edomus ko na afi also wetumi ye be phone lines also betumi de wadwintwe abeka ho e de amai ene asem kese so na ebisa say what is parenting intene ba be kasa fa parenting ho and guess too e ba be kan ye ho mo amuni mo nte ya na mo kan ye ho na yentumi endi sa ejuma we all your comments, all your contributions also for social media platforms so for my Facebook, YouTube and our so WhatsApp numbers also we'll do well to read them for you. Questions also I will do well to answer that for you. Until this is how our day is going to be like. Tonight Adzika can from Wednesday no. And this is the last week of August into who do birthday, who celebrate your birthday. Now for our picture now say we ding any message and fan say ne or your WhatsApp line as well. Papa so say as ne be and the last day of August no working day in August near to me. I wish you happy birthday na fe which me celebrate your year to the fullest. Thank you so much for joining us again. Within the miss na ye Daniel Waba ye by ye the Wesleyan news updates every month.
Hooray! The Methodist Church Ghana is 190 years old. Grab your 190th anniversary souvenirs from MIPO or any of the diocesan offices across the connection. Get the t-shirts and lacrosse designed with African print fabrics, customized gold and ceramic award plates, marks and pens, quality and affordable mufflers, and the Methodist blue cloth or the connectional cloth. Buy your t-shirts for the connectional procession to support the brigade band to launch the Young People's Week on the 12th of July 2025. And let's climax the 190th anniversary celebration with a Thanksgiving service across all societies as we clad in a Methodist blue cloth or the connectional cloth on Sunday, 24th of August 2025. Don't be left out in this celebration of the 190th anniversary of the Methodist Church Ghana. Call us on 0242-122-787 or you can visit us at the Grant House adjacent the Holy Spirit Cathedral at Adzika, Accra.
We are coming to you live from our studios at the Grant House at Abraka, Accra. Coming up in this bulletin, 6 rescued as a known number of passengers allegedly flee clashes in 𝗛𝗲𝗿𝗲 district are feared dead in a boat capsize in the 𝗦𝗲𝗿𝗲𝗿𝗲. The Ghana Health Service deploys National Case Management Rapid Response Team to the 𝗪𝗲 region following surge in typhoid cases. Director General of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation mounts fierce defense against mismanagement claims as Workers' Union executives declare him a persona non grata. Statistical Service reports 1% drop in Ghana's unemployment rate in 2024 with an alarming rate of youth joblessness. Elsewhere, Equatorial man at the center of major sex scandal, 𝗛𝗲𝗿𝗲, jailed for embezzlement. My name is Anita and Afarley Quarcoo. The news in detail. A boat carrying people fleeing fresh clashes in 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 district in the Savannah region have overturned in the 𝗪𝗲𝗿𝗲, leaving an unknown number of passengers feared dead. The travelers were reportedly escaping violence around 𝗪𝗪𝗪 when their vessel sank near the Tonobo stretch of the river. Savannah Regional Director of the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, Muhammad Zakaria, said 6 passengers were rescued, but others are still missing. Officials warned that the number of casualties could increase as many displaced residents remain stranded at Deni while waiting for safe passage. The 𝗪𝗲𝗿𝗲, one of Ghana's largest rivers, has a long history of boat accidents, often linked to overloading, poor safety standards, and a lack of life jackets. We'll take you to the 𝗪𝗲𝗪 region, where the Ghana Health Service, in collaboration with the Regional Coordinating Council and under the leadership of the Ministry of Health, has deployed the National Case Management Rapid Response Team to the 𝗪𝗲𝗪 region following a recent surge in typhoid fever cases. The affected districts include Biakoye, Quarcoo East, Quarcoo West, and Quarcoo, where health authorities are working to assess the situation and coordinate an appropriate response. In the press release issued on Thursday, August 28, the Ghana Health Service described the situation as a public health concern and outlined the steps being taken to support regional health teams on the ground. Typhoid fever is endemic in Ghana and is caused by Salmonella typhi bacterium. The disease spreads through the fecal-oral route, often via contaminated food or water, and individuals affected with the bacteria may show symptoms of fever, chills, headache, malaise, sore throat, and abdominal pain, sometimes accompanied with diarrhea. The GHS advised the public to take precautionary measures, including boiling water before use, washing hands with soap and the running water, especially after using the toilet and before meals, and avoid open defecation near water sources such as streams and wells. They have to cook their foods properly and thoroughly and cover it as well. They have to refrain from consuming food sold under unhygienic conditions, participate in community cleanup activities to reduce the risk of contamination. The Ghana Health Service has urged residents in the affected areas and across the country to stay calm and adhere to health and hygienic guidelines provided by local health workers. The Director General of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, Professor Enim Halassan, has debunked allegations of mismanagement and illegitimacy at the state broadcaster, describing the claims by the unionized staff as false and misleading. In response to accusation that his tenure has expired and that he is presiding over the collapse of GBC, Professor Al-Hassan insisted that operations at the corporation remain normal. He added that the journalists could visit the broadcaster to verify the state of affairs for themselves, stressing that staff are working and programs are being executed as usual. On the matter of his contract and salary, Professor Al-Hassan clarified that delays in financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance are a common occurrence for heads of state institutions and not unique to his case. Professor Alhassan emphasized that his appointment was made by the National Media Commission, and as such, any concerns regarding his tenure should be directed there. The Director General's comments come after some unionized staff of GBC declared him persona non grata, accusing him of financial malfeasance, neglect of staff welfare, and presiding over a broadcaster in decline. In politics, the new Patriotic Party flag bearer hopeful and former Vice President Dr. 𝗦𝗲𝗿𝗲 has called for unity among fellow aspirants in the presidential primaries, urging them to focus on real political opponent, the ruling National Democratic Congress, instead of attacking one another. Speaking after filing his nomination in Accra on Thursday, August 28, the former Vice President cautioned the strategic value of internal rivalry, suggesting that Ghana and NPP would benefit more if party aspirants concentrated on demonstrating leadership by constructively holding the current government to account and articulating a clear vision for the country. Dr. 𝗦𝗲𝗿𝗲 stressed that the party should not waste energy fighting itself. Our true opponent is not within, our true opponent is out there. We need unity to win, he stated. He reaffirmed his commitment to peaceful campaigning and party cohesion, saying, I promise you, just as you have known me to be, I won't do anything to bring division or conflict within the party. If there were anyone to create problems within the NPP, it would not be 𝗦𝗲𝗿𝗲. The former vice president further outlined his vision, emphasizing a focus on economic transformation. Now, Ghana's unemployment rate eased to 13.6% by the end of 2024, down from the 14.6% in 2023, reflecting a modest 1% point improvement. The figures are contained in the latest annual household income and expenditure survey, the fourth quarter labor statistics 2024 released by the Ghana Statistical Service. The data reveal that the challenge remains most pronounced among the youth, with 22.5% of Ghanaians aged between 15 and 35 recently unemployed, underscoring persistent pressures on first-time job seekers and graduates despite the broader gains in employment. In the fourth quarter of 2024, the data paints a mixed but instructive picture. Total employment rose to 12.73 million, as an increase of 1.15 million year-on-year, while the number of unemployed persons also climbed up roughly to 200,000 compared to the fourth quarter of 2023, signaling rapid labor force growth that outpaced absorption. This combination suggests expanding opportunity but continued weakness in job quality and the economy's ability to absorb new entrants quickly. Gender dynamics in the fourth quarter are notable, as female employment are consistently exceeded male employment through 2024, and the employment gap widened from about 623,000 in 2022 to roughly 1.12 million in the fourth quarter of 2024, a sign that female labor participation and job creation for women have been strong in absolute terms. At the same time, the survey highlights persistent disparities in unemployment and underemployment by sex and locality, which point to uneven job quality and differing access to stable and formal work. The GSS also flags high levels of youth not in employment, education, or training across age cohorts, calling out NEET as a major contributor to youth exclusion and long-term labor underutilization. The Ghana Tourism Authority has strongly refuted reports that cultural greetings at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park signage have been replaced with unfamiliar inscriptions. The clarification comes after a viral post on Instagram alleged that the authority had removed the inscriptions 𝗦𝗍𝗲 in Ewe and 𝗧𝗏𝗏 in Akan, substituting them with 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 on the newly refurbished park's signage. The post generated widespread concern among Ghanaians who view the greetings as important cultural identifiers. In a rejoinder issued on Wednesday, August 27, the Ghana Tourism Authority described the claims as false and misleading, stressing that at no point did it order or approve such changes. The authority maintained that both inscriptions remain intact and respected as part of Ghana's diverse cultural heritage. To further clarify, the GTA explained that it does not have the sole authority to alter inscriptions at the park. According to the statement, any decision to make such changes would require consultations and approval from the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, in addition to the relevant implementation agencies. Reaffirming its commitment, the GTA encouraged citizens to continue supporting the Kwame Nkrumah Park, describing it as a lasting symbol of Ghana's national pride and unity. Still in Accra, the Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda 𝗦𝗍𝗲 has announced that the performance of the Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executives (MMDCEs) in the region will be measured strictly by 3 indicators: sanitation, street lights and enforcing bylaws. Addressing the media at the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council on Thursday, August 28, the regional minister said, "Let me remind all chief executives here, your performance will be based on 3 clear areas: sanitation, street lights and enforcement of bylaws." She explained that her reports to the Ministry of Local Governments, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs will reflect these indicators and will be forwarded to the presidency. The regional minister also appealed to the general public to support the efficiency of the institutions by playing their part to maintain order and safeguarding public infrastructure. She further warned against the theft of metals and gutter covers, saying that offenders will not be spared. She said the residents of the capital are demanding action, not promises. The people of the region are tired of words. They want results and they want them now, she added. Elsewhere, a nephew of Equatorial Guinea's President Teodoro Obiang, who was at the center of a sex tape scandal last year, has been sentenced to 8 years in prison for embezzlement. Baltazar Ebang, a former head of National Financial Investigation Agency, diverted money for personal use, a court ruled. Nicknamed Bello because of his good looks, the married Egunga gained notoriety last year when he appeared in leaked videos having sex with different women, many of them wives and relatives of people close to the center of power. The leak occurred while he was in detention, accused of depositing a huge sum of embezzled money into secret accounts in the Cayman Island. He was found guilty along with 5 other officials who claimed the money as an allowance for travel. The amount ranged between $9,000 to $222,000. Egunga's arrest last October and public humiliation was seen as an attempt to destroy any hope he had of becoming the next president of the oil-rich Central African state. His uncle is the world's longest-serving president, having been in power since 1979, and has appointed his son Teodoro Obiang as a vice president. Egunga used to investigate crimes such as money laundering, but found himself at the infamous Black Beach prison in the capital, Malabo, after being accused of corruption. That will be all for the Wesleyan News updates. For more news, log on to our website, wesleyannews.com, or you can go on to any of our social media platforms. My name is Anita na Afarley. Thank you so much for watching.
Praise God, praise God. Christ in tea, you respond, yeah, addition. I'm excited to announce to you, friends in the Lord, Are you seeking for a platform where you can pray? Ope baby abeso bompai. Now ni nyami edi inkita ho. Bibi chire so. Ana manye bi na bese nkum. And you come home. Let's go into the prayer room on WTV every Friday 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. to meet seasoned ministers of God that God has raised to impact your life. Remember, John Wesley said, I have too much to do, therefore I spend several hours in prayer in able to do it. That is why we are calling upon you. Meet myself, Reverend Hosea Osei, and the Evangelism Missionary Renewal Directorate as we lead you into the prayer room where we encounter Christ. And I believe your life will never be the same. Call your friends or loved ones every Friday 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. where we will encounter Christ. God bless you. See you on our screens on WTV every Friday 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. God bless you.
Lord, we pray that each and every one of us
Well, thank God it's Friday, and so we share with you on this segment all of the headlines of the major newspapers. This is a segment from the papers. Thank you so much for joining us again. But straight to our screen, our first paper is the Daily Graphic, truth and accuracy every day. So at the Daily Graphic, Greater Home Fair partnership key in affordable housing delivery, and that is from developers. But retain me as NPP flag bearer, and that is from Dr. Baumia. Strengthen bond with management to protect GCB's matchless record. And these are the three major stories inside the Daily Graphic newspaper. The Daily Guide. NPP flag bearer race. I am can-do candidate. That is from Dr. 𝗦cie𝗿𝗲, and that is on page 3. But we will restore sacked workers, and that is from Baumia. Mahama targets single-digit inflation, and CAGD staff fired over payroll fraud. And that is it for Ghana's favorite newspaper, the Daily Guide. The Ghanaian Times, the most authoritative newspaper, says that no excuses. Greater Accra Regional Minister warns municipal, metropolitan and district chief executives, and that is on page 12. By strengthening country's health system, VIB assures support. I am the most prepared candidates for NPP flag bearer role, and that is from Dr. Mahamudu Baumia. Uncle Ebukwansa returns to Mecca tomorrow, and that is also inside the Ghanaian Times, the most authoritative newspaper. The Daily Post. 12% of tertiary students abuse cocaine, 11% abuse heroin or pari-ado, and that is an alarming one, and it's on page 7. Jata Cement moves against counterfeit bags after fraudulent video surfaces, and Bost successfully holds 2025 annual general meeting, and that is on page 6 of the Daily Post newspaper. The Chronicle, the spear of the nation, says that I will fight poverty and rescue Ghanaians if elected to lead NPP and subsequently the nation. Ebukwansa goes home tomorrow. The venue is Ekumfi Okrafo. Now, my vision is to expand the economy. That is also a statement from Dr. Mahamudu Baumia. That is it for the Chronicle newspaper. The New Crusading Guide. Okay, so this is the New Weekend Crusading Guide. My vision is to create opportunities for the youth, and that is from Dr. Mahamudu Baumia. GBC workers demand immediate action on Director General's tenure, alleging mismanagement and intimidation. Vivo Energy Ghana launches V-Fids Premium Employee Fitness Club, and Gold Board suspends Avanex Gold Enterprise license over illegal pricing. I will run a clean campaign, Edichum assures as he files nomination. GRNMA, that is the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, worried over Reach assault probe report. And that is it for the new weekend crusading guide. The Daily Statesman. Our race is for the soul of MPP, Baumia tells colleague flag bearer aspirants and delegates. That is on page 2. But Ghana is Africa's first country to secure FLEGT licensing for timber export. Accra to host key ISA regional meeting. Brian, grassroots are the lifeblood of the NPP, and over 140 PWDs receive support from Kima. And that is it for the Daily Statesman newspaper. The Daily Analyst. NPP race, I am the most prepared candidate, Baumia declares. And GBC director refutes mismanagement claims. The Tourism Authority demand claims of signage change at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. Learning from the past as Akwetia heads to the polls. Kwando MP laments over payroll irregularities, calls for effective control measures. I have a character and vision to lead the NPP and Ghana. And that is a statement from Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The Overseer newspaper. Mahama assures 10,000 bed student hostel for University of Ghana, UG in Singapore deal. That's the University of Ghana. My focus is on the grassroots. That is from Brian Champon. And NPP shamelessly projecting Bawumia as establishment choice. Ken Ejepon campaign. Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Oklo calls municipal, metropolitan and district chief executives to order, and Ghana's unemployment rates drop slightly, youth joblessness remain high. And that is a statement from the Ghana Statistical Service, and that is it for the Overseer newspaper. We'll end with the Business and Financial Times newspaper. BNFT says that unemployment dips to 13.1% in fourth quarter of 2024, but youth joblessness remain high. Women hold just 26% of public sector managerial role, and Bagri Dam spilling threatens communities along the Volta River. These are some of the stories inside the BNFT. Grab a copy of your favorite newspaper and get to read some of these stories in detail from there. Thank you so much for joining us on the segment. Before we go, let's learn a word. So the word right there was appellative, and it means that identifying a word or a name someone is being called by. Thank you so much for joining us on the segment. We'll be back with Apomodin. Do all to stay with us.
This is the time, no more delay. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited. This is the time. No more delay. Call a friend to call another, that it is time for the young people to connect right here on WTV. Welcome to Y Connect, where we connect youth to Christ. The future is here.
Meye mi fie Christian fie, mema mi kun aye Christiani, na me mofra aye Christian fo, mema mi fie aye Christian fie. Ban papam eye dwumadi a ekoso ewo WTV so. Kasa afa ekwaya ye tete ye mofra. Ekwanya yebefa so ama yaware ayefe ne yaware edimu. Efie entitiye anase efie siesie ene efie nkomodie mu nso yenya ento nchen. Into me to sa frɛw sɛ hwɛ WTV na nneɛma pa bebree ɛwɔ WTV so enwumpa nkomodie papa nneɛma pa ɛbɛboa me ne omienu ɛne yɛmfie kɔso ara na hwɛ WTV.
Welcome back. This is Apomoding. Apomoding is brought to you by the 𝗵𝗵𝗲 Institute located in Kumasi. And Apomoding so no yeah kasa afa sickle cell. And guess no, are you ready to tell us more on that?
Yeah, sickle cell. Na Arabia ye dewo broni beka inherited. Na unye because moja wo yehunu nso kokko niema bi didem na saa niema na didem no brofo beka no cells ye wa horo miensa ye wa red cells one no mukuta hemoglobin na on the oxygen the coin body ni na and ye wa white cells one ye body no soldier for into we area na ko amam and your platelets ade atwa wa ono mudi kan ko ho no mkoso anopo ansa na ni mebi nso asen abeka ho kosi se healing ebeba now sa red cells no emu na hemoglobin no wo na hemoglobin na ye important na de inframa papa oxygen ebefa ye hunamu nyina na ye nyafi ye mame ene ye papa ho nti diomode be maye no eno ena ye wo nti se wo yefum a hemoglobin no ebesesa na upie ba after 3 months boso memiensa kosi nsia no na de wanya fi umame una ho na wo papa ho no eno na wo be start body no be start a produce na eyesa na hemoglobin type no na sa hemoglobin no papa no so ebebo ho ban na kosi se nyame be fra akona hemoglobin e but therapy aya na niema enkose de se kono nti na sese mu bi aba nti be hwe no na wo hemoglobin enye A na eye papa na ebe tuma ye adwuma ne yi na emum na aye foforo na ya maimu de ya na de yare sickle cell ne ba se owo hemoglobin S nti no owo hemoglobin S obia wo mienu owo hemoglobin S na sa wo sign wo ba ko nti hemoglobin S no enye papa no na asema ba ho no another type ya hemoglobin C nti ya kasa wo sickle cell na che se wo hemoglobin no S any another one enye papa ana abnormal one ebi mu de no so de omo S nko a nti wom no ye from sickle cell anemia nti wo hwe yare no ma wom de wo hemoglobin S nko a na che se won ne the severest form nti eno no wo sickle cell anemia nti ya kasa sickle cell na sana echi yo Rose medase
That will be all for Apomoding. The segment was brought to you by the 𝗵𝗵𝗲 Institute located in Kumasi. Okay, who say if you want more of this, you can join us every Saturday on WTV Consulting Room at 4 p.m. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We're back with Insurance Minutes. Please stay with us.
𝗵𝗵𝗲 Institute. Ayaresabia Hotonia Sumdia Shahoma. Edi enu wakwanchre wakwankyerɛ ne adekodeɛ pɔten no a epiama otokoso wa abrabomu nanso sensanom ne nubɔne fa basa betwa wa akwan mu a eyi wa adwene firi obotaye no so wo Piptest Institute no yebetumi aboa wo ne wabusuafo a muhia mo nyinaa ma wogye ayemodea yayaresabia asebi yebeboa won a wato nsa ne nubɔne fa ntentan mu ayaresabia ibotaye ne se ebeboa adwuma mu nimdifo asuafo ne nipa ahodo nyinaa ma watu anamwa edikan a edifa ahodie bebrɛ wɔn mpanimfo a yɛne wɔn di dwuma no bi ne wɔn a wɔhwɛ adwene mu yareɛ afutufo ne adɔkotafo ne anesefo a wɔde wɔn ho afiri nsanom ne nubɔne fansɛm yɛatete saa nimdifo yi na wɔn nimdeɛ ne nneɔma pa a ɛboa yarefo no na de atwa mu nso ne sɛ ayaresan hyehyɛ ne gyina abɛɛfo nhyehyɛmu ne USA nhyehyɛ a wɔde di dwuma no Piptest ayarehwɛ ne fie die nyinaa yɛ pɛ yayaresan hyehyɛ no gu ahodoɔ na ebi ne medical monitored detox program residential rehabilitation yesan tumi fa yɛn nananom akwa ahodoɔ so sayareɛ na ebi nso ne group therapy 12-step AAA programs recreational therapy ne nea ekeka ho oyarefo ne da ahyehyɛ aseɛ bra ɔde ne nan besi biaye hɔ no a Piptest Institute ya abɛɛfo ayaresabia ehwɛ wɔn a wado sukɔ wɔn nsa ne nubɔne famu na ani wiase afa na nhyehyɛ nyinaa nso yɛ pɛ adampa ahodo a yɛwɔ no bi ne VIP rooms professional rooms standard rooms and air conditioned rooms laundry services ye free ahobambɔ nsɛm nso wɔ soro kama yɛsan wɔ biaye a osua de na ɛba no aduane sɛm de a woni ha okra ye na chukwan wo Kumasi kochi e wa Asante Mantam Ghana sa wo pentremu bia nso a mepa akyɛw fra yɛn wɔ 0245 849185 ana 0322 496188 USA for nso fra yɛn wɔ 404 735 7697 Abel Fontaine Tansu Behuniyanwo www.masaedu.org Piptest Institute, the Extension Center for Integrative Therapy, home away from home.
Welcome back. This is Insurance Minute. Insurance Minute is brought to you by Danwall Insurance. Today on Insurance Minute, once you are driving and you are involved in any crash, do not accept your fault until you have spoken to your insurer. This is a statement from Danwall Insurance. And if you're yet to buy an insurance policy for yourself, be it the motor insurance policy, or contractors or risk policy, marine insurance bonds, home protection policy and personal accident policy, buy them from Danwall. And if you want to change your insurer, please do well to change them to Danwall Insurance. That is the only place that your claims are always rest assured. Once you're able to buy the policy, do well to pay your premiums on time. Thank you so much for joining us on Insurance Minute. It was brought to you by Danwall Insurance. We'll be back with more. Please do well to stay.
This is Quarcoo. He's a good guy, but cannot stay away from unnecessary attention and flex. Yes! He received this brand new car from a relative abroad to work with, but decides to wait for a while before registering it. So now, with this uninsured vehicle and a DV plate, he flexes in every corner of the city. Hey.
Oh, slow.
Don't be like Quarcoo. Insure your unregistered vehicle with the chassis number with Danwall Motor Policy and stay covered. You can also take other policies such as personal accident insurance, fire and flood, money insurance, contractors all risk, and others. Danwall Insurance. If it must be done, it must be done well.
nyansa ejia ne mpanina no anaye gye ne mpanina no ti baabi biara mpanifo ahia na yesua adwene no ne open nyansa no oben wa ode agudie kyerɛ adwene mu agudie ene kofie panua sa adwene nsɛm mu odɔ nsɛmpɔlɔ nsɛm a yɛtie bɔbra ɛkɔ yie frase efifirito ne a open nyansa no ɔmankwankwa anu ase ne mpani so ayadwene ne bɛyɛ nhyira ama no ɛne ne nkyirima yɛda mo ase
da impanyini inso ayadwene jemre na hwɛyen memninde ne memninde bia anopa no wɔtwe wɔ Wesleyan television so.
Yan nkyerɛkyerɛ dwumadie soronko a Methodist yɛahyehyɛ ɛde ɛbrɛ mu. Nkyerɛkyerɛ so no yɛbɛsua adeɛ afa de anim ɛfa Nyankopɔn ho. Yesu Kristo honhom kronkron ɛne sɛne yɛtu yɛgyidie mu anamo. Ɛbɛpɛnsɛmpɛnsɛ yɛgyidie no fapem. Yɛnkyerɛkyerɛ yɛbɛbisa, yɛbɛsua na yɛbɛhu. Ka yɛn ho na yɛnsua adeɛ ɛwɔ yɛnkyerɛkyerɛ so. Yɛnkyerɛkyerɛ yɛma gyidie no mu ada hɔ pefee.
How does the story of old influence decisions and lifestyles of today? How can we tread the path to salvation based on past events? Why is history important and how can it inspire the future? Another says, a generation which ignores history has no past and no future. Join us in a talk show program.
Tell me the old story.
Right here on Wesleyan Television, as we engage knowledgeable people with facts in history that will influence our present and shape our future.
Make a date with us every Saturday at 7 p.m.
as we delve deep into our history. God bless you.
Tell me the old story. Brought to you by the Heritage Directorate of the Methodist Church, Ghana.
Looking for professional office space? We are here to help you out in every way. Available space to let within the building is a total of about 2,500 square meters. We have in place disability-friendly washrooms, male-female washrooms, and kitchenette with 24/7 water supply. We are providing the best office space for your business, coupled with an on-site clinic and a spacious car park. Reach out to us before your competitors do. Wesley Towers is designed to make you feel safe, offering you the needed luxurious personal space. It comes with affordable pricing package. Please contact for details and inspection on 0503 109 978, 0500 166 304, or 0556 302 880, or 0243 614 423. Wesley Towers, offering you a safe, secured, luxurious office space.
The Christian Service University, a fully chartered private university in Ghana, is inviting applications for admission. Undergraduate programs include BSc Nursing and Midwifery, Computer Science, Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Administration, BA Communication Studies, Planning and Social Development, and Theology with Administration. Postgraduate programs include MSc in Accounting and Finance, Monitoring and Evaluation, Corporate Planning and Governance. We have MA MPhil Communication Studies, MA Christian Ministry with Management, Event Management, MPhil English and Mathematics Education. With quality, faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, we blend academic work with entrepreneurial mindset in all our programs. For more information, please call 0246 275375, 0240-154825, or 0244-596603, or visit our website www.csuc.edu.gh. CSU is located at Odeneho Kwadaso on the Kumasi Obuasi Road, 100 meters off Star Junction. Choose CSU today to secure the future of Africa.
And to make him better known. That's Miaro, Enyo, Miaro, Obrey, Hinabebo, Miaro, Enyo, Miaro, Semi, Bessini, Assembly, Miaro,
Good morning to you once again, and thank you for joining us. This is the Dero segment. Yeah, that's what we're kind of. And we want to do this with you, and so you will just stay with us throughout the segment. Now, beyond the segment, so we want to see you engaging us as well on social media platforms and our things. So you be here 4 nights now. We want to hear from you. And then your news ni door so. Ebi the ebi so and shada ankoyi ebi muso so to me and others have also are going through some form of health crisis and the whole sense na ebe premo. I've been joined by Mr. 𝗦cije𝗿𝗲, who is a trade unionist. He's an educationist and I think so youth and gender activist. Ono na pa we any between common afi it's na hwe nsem no baby a eda na afi baby and the advice ni beka hono na ye dey account. So good morning.
Good morning, Miss Na.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
and
you
welcome back
much.
to Accra.
Thank you.
Say the direct so welcome back.
Yes, thank you very much.
Welcome back.
Oh yes, me did there Jumedzino Okoye papa Nkrofa wo hwe na wo obia bo Methodist for hina about then she shared it to Kwando or yeah the papa. Then again as I've been saying all along and commend the media team pa moyaze. So on TikTok, on Facebook and all the major media platforms it was Methodist and I think it was very good. So you did well, you captured the whole of the media scenes the UK. So it
and those who were sharing too.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
God bless you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Zadela, Chiana, in common.
Yeah, that's Bebre. And the chair, President Bishop, na ye chair the late President of the Methodist Church, ni chair Administrative Bishop also. And now I'm for head office wobwa ma so do jumedi kwa na bi na okodo mejizi de asoro so no statistics or kodare yi nti hona warrior statistics mo adwuma no so ya da hona ase adwuma woridi and I think the mechanism that have been put in place man krofo botum na wode one data ama electronically nti ye chia statisticians na ye chia the connection lay movement executive the other lay movement officers are in an office so here connectional organizational heads, thousand organizational heads, you change when you're not paying, yes, yes, rather than money now, then you made for us at the pay me channel, papa, and I'm a friend of Jobiara. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Mr. Taylor, that's it.
Thank you.
And I said, but Ian Shase, Uko Savannah Regional, boats carrying some people fleeing from clashes. I was Saula, Tuna, and Afesu, Kauba districts. No, Omu flee the area because of some violent clashes. I Koso, Omutina boat so, white boat and so bad. Say, I can say, 6 persons have been rescued. The rest, no. So this is the bad news that is coming from the Savannah region up there. Our condolences to the bereaved families and I feel more rescue so for their lives.
Yeah, Mr. Medas, the American or the and a pay Yamahona, one call for we win Yamahona Shazan. Now, yesterday, when Yakobo Wana, I read what I may bring out to the meme. Mr. I'm today, by a week or two near to say them the yeary land issues. Now, on Namaduma, I shall never put it today when I will out of the clashes now. It's about 6 or 7 or 8. There were various reports. Then it means the number is going up. Oh, the baby, what the hidden painful, yet to many tasks today. Troubles, fights, misunderstanding, they may know on Boyan. I should have coffee will go with CCRA, and I want to put a beer woo, a bra land dispute record now. The maybe our young Crofumpa were so connected to the land dispute issues. Maybe our young Crofa way when you is you know, there's nothing that we can do to bring them back. Until a year to try to say and pay for the Sambi Osia. Nessa won't you want to be back, or ya no, and there was a camp. Young Tobara, na young Kawasem. Yes, land dispute, Obia Kobina Sasso, Obia Kobina Sasso. There are rules in Ghana. Ah, you tumana, yet shed them in the main. And see, so by the day, Obi, Oba Brash and Insim. Now, on the Obiako Fanasa Kakra, another Obiako Nasa Studenti, or Pede, or Yadibia, Obokum Krofa, or your Habin Bebre. Some of them are breadwinners in their families.
Some of them don't even know the issue.
Some of them don't know the issues. That is the big problem. And we don't want to know the or maybe about you truly be toy nakakan. Another Adzika be a young koye. No, I'm a question. And to my side, say, Obana Sembisa, baby Obesibiara, Yaya Butter, Nayama, the law enforcement agencies want to share the answer no man. Not that I ever come by in your phone too. But yeah, but there.
I didn't know seeing what is happening up north. Nasaya di Quarcoo. I didn't know noticing what is happening.
That is it.
See, in the area has come to a grinding halt.
One of their chiefs, Norcas or Kade, all the baby, all the winner, and I was happy with the chief's posture. Was that assembly and painful what one to my or your war, but then they should give peace a chance. Boku is lingering. We are still spending a lot in security matters, in terms of all this pocket of violence on bois on man puntu. And see about shrimp painful. Now, one hour there, wire him for 1 hour, what can be a obem there. Sasibisa, and trade positions. I mean, Mama Makano, it will not help us. Your mama, let us all forge a cooperation. Now, your mama, a seminar is. Yanshe baby are all the other two. Now, you're for to say, I end up, that's what we are the new tomb now, more than opera, more that we're going to create problems. Now, them coffee, we're going to swim, says rescuing them takes resources. Mobile CBR will call the Ghana Navy or whatever institution that is there to go and rescue them. Resources are involved. We could have used these resources to build a school or even a hospital or something for the people in that area.
Yeah, fine, yeah, no point. It's made their road. Farm produce, no, it could also come to some parts of the rest of the country.
And if you look at that solar Tona Kalba area, and your roads now are very good. And what I for cry, we could have used that money to do some patches even on the road, but now you are going to use to rescue people.
Tomatoes, food produce now. Some can come from Accra.
And so the chain is so far that say I'm sharing na some crofo what the Russian wants away more Korea on one. To master the security agencies and so IDP alcohol on you want Kakasa. Men who they are men on the ground, but you know what they are fleeing for their lives. So, this is Obiara want to the over about no. Obiara Bogan.
No say, "Dear Papa, now say we need now."
They are running away. And in the course of going, the white water has taken all these lives. In the best day, young paying for me, the Makai, the Munyabuta, Nasam Lisa, Yamomani, Fa, Anokasa, and then Church, and Nabia, and Branu, and Fanya Juma, they enjoy day.
We're not protecting ourselves. As I say, in you said this wise voter, no more muti, sa, potom hono, their area, no. That is their means of transportation from one side of the community to the other side. Why are we not using life jackets? Why are we not adhering to the safety protocols? Not every other time would have to record some of these incidents.
Mr. Maybe I wouldn't would you channel Yeji and other places now that wouldn't Wolf just like that. One for life jacket, it did be you another you know feel that oh yeah so it becomes normal. But I'm sure accident is an accident. Who can I want to be for the one day for the 2 pro when I meanwhile you are using the road all the time. And the best way say you for them here now different sudena life jacket must it should be a must. The Ministry of Transport, if they are in charge, all the washer they answer na
local authorities
local authority Obutunaka and Kofomi na wash life jacket. I'm all there maybe Obutua. The people can be rescued. But say a gender man they be offered didn't see one cordon father on also of Hagen. Eko yene insunsa you should be brave the man away one fat life jacket on phone and yeah them now over having to mess with that our local authorities, the Ministry of Transport, the DCs and one area when share there them baby I was the yama would the Yasha the 2 minutes the life jacket some of these is yes it will happen so we can avoid the lives.
Number of persons to go onto a particular particular canoe and a boat.
Miss Nude be I don't know from one what for them be brave our that's a canoe for by the boat of Betana about 15 no gum 20 no gum and the speed on the river on another thing. So let's keep the education now answer them as some will see
okay, so we'll keep an eye on what is happening in the Savannah region and then we'll bring you updates as and when we have it. But Yanko Oti region, one of the other places in so the Ghana Health Service has said the issues or the cases of typhoid fever no they are always recording cases of typhoid fever for the first half of the year 2025. Into Yekase, the Regional Coordinating Council, and into the leadership of the Ministry of Health, and deploy National Case Management Rapid Response Team to the OT regions. And they share cases now. Want to managing the year. Now, Yekai Biako Quarcoo East and Quarcoo West and recording cases. Nina, every the fact that we are not keeping our environment clean. And the reports have indicated say typhoid fever comes as a result of obibe say wakodi eduane eyi kakra wom pese me body and adinche go on no didi eyi kakra wom. We've been asked to stop open defecation just around our streams. Stop open defecation in every form, but around our streams this is they will say ni ko humpa. So this is what is happening in the OTV.
Yeah, Mr. Lam, this is the statistics are over out. Very, very, very worrying. Almost about 10,000 people.
Yeah.
And now the mayor about them account in that area, and some prominent people have even been affected by the kind of disease. And I believe that as for typhoid, is it so when you're back, no cheddar. No maybe I'm quite hygiene, especially young fan. Now, oh yeah, this assembly no quite be for that. So be or cotton aza another alternate bana. What to one man crata or cheddar. The mean pan no who or a song about to na why it's ban a walk on Nanso. Oh yeah, over around.
Say make sure that you come to the assembly, come and do some tests. You'll be issued with a card.
Yes.
I just obey to me. I so I told you.
Ghana hankasa hen suban go hwa onye obi o hwa onye mede nyimpa na auto na edibano on Sunday or Sunday ebia na maybe nkwe obi o ye edibana bi o nanso obofa kwa bi we nya krata no people are getting some of these certificates or cards through unapproved means and they are doing it ebio say odubem ye to uregu a ya dwen hen dey oh ye to uru na egu baby ara but iru na eto egu han enyim baby a uru no buko ekodu sabe eje wonan anade eju pere gunsu a na se gunsu edam stream no anade insu no ma enyim baby obuko ekodu enti adina de gunsu no it can go very far And that is why we are always saying that Saru Turegua, baby, or the Turu and Dugu, your dad's been so at designated point. If Ungum, a man crofu, Ababa fat, no, they cook baby or the Dugu. But if there's a Suruta, Obia sorrow pada no Antonia man of Degu, Suruta, Obia, and I mean, we are just messing up the environment, and we don't know what we are doing here can have very great effect at another point. Now,
some water travel
very far,
one region to the other,
and then so you cannot control where the water should pass. Into yes,
a typical example is circle in Suya that circle in Vinvin. We are told say if we somewhere around in Sawam, and then it travels down to Accra.
And then Mr. Adokrosa, our nation, so Galam say, yeah, Kakaka, they go on. In sooner, but we cannot even vouch for the quality of the water and then the material and the number one sumuna, we cannot vouch for it. And yet the Yanubiara, Nanso. And let me do ma or to mother how you now or the back. And 1 hour yes, sachet water and so did the order Mahua or Krausande. We cannot vouch for and never way or when in other say. Or your papa, say on your papa. And I think Food and Drugs Authority or something, they have to be checking this in periodically. Since you put 10,000 away the
10,233 confirmed cases.
The spread can go like a Wi-Fi.
The first half no because you know. The July August diaba.
And so Bandama Bunde and Kofuna and you know a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. So Bandam one of Wakaye Juma, what is Kawadaba, Wakaye Morashama from Samawa here, no Gufiana, more than you are. And typhoid is a disease that has very serious effect on the body. They will have I find I weak. You cannot do what you are supposed to do. And then productivity will be lessened. And man hours are lost. And so I want to suggest that whenever these things are happening, our health authorities must step up. And so I'm happy that the Ghana Health Service has taken the initiative of going down there to help solve these problems and see how the issue can. But I think one of the major things I remember kind of education.
No, they told us some of the symptoms such as fever, chills, headache, sore throat, abdominal pain, and sometimes the abdominal pain is accompanied by diarrhea. And so they have cautioned all of us, and not only persons in the OT region. In fact, all of us should boil our water before we use it. Make sure that we wash our hands with soap and the running water, especially after using the toilet and before meals. Avoid open defecation around water sources such as streams and wells, because some of these places they still depend on some of these streams and wells to get their water for their daily use.
Now, COVID, other COVID check here and say COVID sanitizer. In fact, it's even difficult getting sanitizer.
Oh, no, it's not. I bought some a couple of days back. Yes.
I bought one.
Kitwani around 10 cedis.
Oh, I see.
You can. Especially pharmacies, no. You get it from the pharmacies.
As some COVID the check and you wash your hands and use sanitizer and these things can minimize. But COVID or China so then this is coming up. So I think we have to keep on the health environment and we come.
All right. So the Ghana Health Service has advised us to boil our water before use. Not just say unsu how the be aduane unsu how be nom no. But more dey say would be si jaso na fe wetumi a boil ni kakra. Wo si ho na settle na wo hwie na wakata so yi. Afa so ye say ye ho ensanda with soap and running water, especially your toilet ba na say ye ba be didi a. E make sure say so that be ho yensa no. Iso ni go for me fe go bom. Inti make sure say baby will be free into new guno and I said baby will rules it will go straight into an open drain. I think avoid open defecation around water inti. Yeah, sebi yeah eko jai na ewo baby a insuo edano yenjai. I think so you see eno aduane yi. I think so yen kata so unwa wi ampacha ya kata so. Refrain from consuming food under unhygienic conditions to koto aduane na pa we. Na hu say nipa no baby a wache raisi baby a kenke raisi gata no ben pa gota nesesu ye mu na je say once na ho pacho mento afa ye say participate in local community cleanup ti yen hwe na yen siesie baby a ye won se na be a efi ebitumi efri ye chen abi was in OT region mo free na afa mu kan hwe ye se na situation no eti ewo OT region if the health professionals are also managing the cases appropriately.
Mr. I wonder, yeah, can't health here. Another one, I'm like, I don't say them mpox. It may not be on that for the but mpox is also going up very, very. In fact, as of 25th of August, 22 new cases have been recorded. Now the total case is 446. One person is dead already. Into mpox and so health officials so that is also I want to draw the attention to look at.
Okay, so the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, the Director General Professor 𝗛𝗎𝗻 has debunked allegations of mismanagement and illegitimacy at the state broadcaster, describing the claims by the unionized staff as false and misleading, in response to the accusation that his tenure has expired and that he is presiding over the collapse of GBC. Professor Al-Hassan has insisted that the operations at the corporation remain normal. He said anyone who has an issue with the tenure of office on National Media Commission is as a National Media Commission and emphasize the appointment and I think so and concerns by will be National Media Commission.
The GBC area also or the nation's broadcast station, but the baby that means not it should be chief executives are now the director generals for the some of these upheavals all called them. In fact, but for the past 5-6 years, yet to them some Obiaba, unions,
union members.
That's good.
We want to listen to their side of the story, and then we also take
GBC is a crime scene, and we need to uncover all those things. Now, judging from all this, so far as the appointing authority, especially NMC, is playing undue delay of these things, with the workers of GBC are declaring Professor Amin as persona non grata. Choboy! Choboy! Henceforth, we're going to engage in series of industrial actions. The intimidation, if you take one person, we'll go ahead to do it. What matters most is the issue at stake. There's no constitutional mandate that you need certain number of people to raise particular allegation before you meet the threshold to be looked into. Some of these things have been a whistleblower, but we are saying it. And for pressing workers not to be part of what union is doing. If you are going inside, why are we here? They placed barricade, they have prevented every access to the entry for GBC. Why? But with GBC as a broadcasting institution, we go to other organizations, workers, when they have crisis, we cover it. Then our own here, we're supposed not to cover it. Well, from that, as for Professor Amin, we have done with him. He has done his part. NMC, we have given ultimatum already. We have passed that. The person is on salary and is working, whether it's on attachment or internship. We are wondering what status of the Director General we have now.
So that is the union leader, Mr. Sam Nat Kevo, speaking. Well, Yanko Tienia, Director General Amina Hassan Ekai.
What is happening is this. When appointments are made, some take 6 months, some takes sometimes a longer time to have financial clearance issued. During my first term, I waited 14 months, 1 year, 2 months, to have the financial clearance issued and to have all the back pay paid to me. So there's nothing very unusual. In fact, there was a Director General who came to post in GBC, and for 2 years, the financial clearance didn't come. It finally came, and he got all his salaries paid. I want to assure them, I have a letter issued from the Ministry of Finance giving my appointment, my second term financial clearance for the 4-year term and a half. So they don't have any information about what I'm talking about. But I don't think that letter should be put in the public domain. When I got here, I showed it to your producer to read and to understand that this is a letter of stating that they have granted financial clearance for me.
So that means the NMC has renewed your tenure?
NMC has even issued a statement a long time ago into the public domain saying that they have renewed my appointment. There's nothing wrong with that. They have appointed me, renewed my appointment. I don't know why you will gather like I said, I have over 1,000 staff. And I can assure you, the noise is not, what they are doing is not what they are talking about. Their problem is simply, as Director General of GBC, I have told them, government policy will be implemented when it comes to human resource management fully, which is one. Promotions, there are guidelines. The government human resource manager is the Public Service Commission. They have guidelines on promotions, and we are strictly abiding by it. The union is unhappy about it. Of course, there are a good number who are unhappy. But listen, if the government who pays your salary says that for you to be a manager rank, you must have at a minimum a first degree, and you don't even have an HND, and you are demanding that you should be promoted to become a manager just because you have been working in GBC for many years, that will not happen under my watch. And I tell the union, tell your members to go back to school, get the higher credentials, and come back. And when the promotion, they will get it. So first of all, they are playing on the emotions of some staff, but I want to assure them that GBC will follow the rules of the game. If you don't deserve a certain promotion, you can't be given that. Number two, if you don't come to work, you don't deserve salary. If you abandon your post and you travel abroad, we'll make sure we terminate your salary. And we also make sure that there are rules on when we can declare your position vacant, meaning we've dismissed you. We will implement these rules, whether they like it or not, because that is what the one who pays salary says we should do. And as a CEO, if I fail to do these things, I will be personally held responsible. The law is very clear about who is responsible, who will be held responsible, on these issues. And I am saying that I am not going to go to PAC and sit there and start answering questions on why are these unearned salary cases happening under my watch. No, they will not happen. And if any staff thinks that this is Abayin Juma, he can stay at home, not work and get salary, he's kidding me. It will not happen. This is what is driving the union mad. And clearly, they are on the wrong tangent. It won't work.
So that is the embattled Director General of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, Professor Amin Al-Hassan, speaking during an interview. You are a union leader. What do you think about this?
Yes.
Because I remember when I was doing PR just a couple of years back, there was a colleague I sat in class with, GBC.
I see.
But he wanted to get a degree to get an upgrade.
Yes.
And he came. A few months after, Onyani promotion, but he died.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, so Mr. Looking at what is going on at GBC, one, for workers to declare a Director General as persona non grata, I think they have gone a little far.
Okay.
Unions, we have procedures for doing things. Sometimes we can make some statement that we can call for maybe his removal, or we can call for his resignation or something. If you declare someone as persona non grata, you are saying that you don't need the person to come to the premises. You are not appointing authority. So
the
NMC is there. In fact, the government or project. So the workers cannot say that don't come.
But if this is a person who has been working for the past 12 months.
I think this is the second. According to him, the
second year,
second term or so in office.
Yes, he hasn't received financial clearance until a few days
recently.
Yes.
The unions, we can make our position. No, for this, we are calling on the appointing authority to do this or that. But you going your own way to make that declaration, I have a small challenge with it. Secondly, the unions, if there are issues, I don't know if they have exhausted all internal channels. Sometimes before I ever out, then we come on air. And so I don't know if they have also exhausted all internal channels. According to them, the NMC is delaying in the issue that they have submitted to them. So I think that NMC should also come in and make sure that things calm down. If you also look at the issue that the man is raising, very important.
Public Services Commission has also stated that answer upgrade.
Yes.
You should have at least a first degree.
Correct.
Now only first degree. Only HND. So how do you get it?
I think the unions should also help us. In fact, what we let me just use an example. In NAT, for example, the Ghana Education Service, they were the teachers coming from the College of Education were coming out with degrees, but we have people in the system who had diplomas. What we quickly did was that we had to arrange with the GES and then also the UCC to run some programs for them, so that those
get their
degree, so that those who are coming out of college will not come and maybe bypass their seniors or come and run it over them. So the union should also be quite proactive in this matter.
But he stated that he has told them to tell their people to go back to school and at least get a first degree.
And listen, this time around, going to school has not been as difficult as it was. And the programs are all over.
You can do an evening course.
The institutions are even calling for people. And there are several modes of delivering further studies. The evening session, the online sessions, the face-to-face. They are all several ways of getting qualifications and then also extra knowledge. And so I want to appeal to unions. While we don't know all the things they have done underground, I want to appeal to unions. They should also talk to their people to go for further studies. If the reason the man is saying is one of the things that if you are not having a particular certificate that you cannot be a manager, of course.
What they are talking about is not what is actually happening.
The rules cannot be circumvented, honestly. The rules cannot be circumvented. So what they own a certain qualification and sana that's why we don't have to lessen the standards. So this is our nation broadcaster. This is what we have. And say or what they own a promotion on sir. I think you cannot go there. As we speak, DS also promotion ongoing, and you must have done some number of years to go somewhere. You must have a certain qualification to go. These things are everywhere. And see, if you want to be a manager, I don't know what the attempts say, but you want to be a manager and you don't have an HND or this, and I think that we need to look at it.
You don't have to wait for somebody to come and tell you.
Not at all.
This course, that course.
For those of us,
to us, these days, going through social media, you get a lot of courses.
For those of us with small HR background, you see, self-development. Personal development.
It should come from yourself.
It's very, very important. Sometimes people say that, and I mean,
because you don't know when you have a vacancy be about baby. Then you take that certificate and you apply.
Things are changing rapidly. Things are changing. Look, until just about I completed Commander College in the year 2000. It was certificate A.
25 years ago.
25 years ago, it was certificate A. When you have said A, when you are the champion on the staff. So because many of them were on trained teachers and all that. Until you said A, there, we are champion. Nowadays, those coming from the college, they're having degrees, first degrees from the College of Education. And see, if you continue to stay there with your set A, what diploma and Kobe, now they're having degree. Where can you be? And no director of education will give a set A headship appointment when there are degree holders. And I think that unions, Mr. Assembly Banner, Omen Tobu, management yanka. The management also say unions here Kebia once won't say that answer can. The work that we are doing is management and then the unions or the workers, we are all working together. And I think that kind of collaboration, discussion, and then Jojo should continue to go on. GBC, piece or okay.
Mr. Taylor, that's the new patriotic flag bearer hopeful, NFA is the former Vice President of the Republic. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has called for unity among fellow aspirants in the presidential primaries, urging them to focus on the real political opponent. That is a really new National Democratic Congress, instead of attacking one another. Since Musha says primaries by next year, early next year, you're filing nominations. Obi obekwa submitting the form be and no can be.
What to be?
I say jobs in also. The Dr. Bawumia can say they are not their enemies, their own enemies, because they are from the same manner. Enemy free so they should focus on that and rather bring unity into the party.
Okay.
It looks like MPP is, I would say embattled, but I say,
Mr. Truly speaking, I think I am not comfortable with the way the internal politics of MPP is going. Osande say abribiara wo beye primaries ehwe nsama wo keka wo de fa hono a colleague in the party no a oya asefem kakra. And I want to appeal to them. There, maybe you do know. The Mr. na work can. Miss na, a 2024 election. I don't cry NDC 1 year pie in there. Some of the things are NPP Frankasa Waka Afa buying on. They use that one very well against Dr. Baumia. And see, so what they are doing now, NDC is recording. NDC is taking notes. In 2028, when they are going into this thing, NDC will certainly use some of the things they are saying against them. And this is where they need to be very careful. You see, from the way they are taking entrenched positions and they are throwing jabs.
The new flag bearer for the NDC be using against them because
why
I
not?
say, yeah, Papa,
obviously, on now it's a campaign strategy. Look, if we are doing campaign, let's say, Canadian Bibi, another Brian. What Brother Chapo Bibi, another Dr. Baumia Bibi. It is what they have said. Yes, what they have said they are going to use against whoever is going to win. The second danger is this. Look at the way they are talking. Okay. Should Dr. Baumia go ahead to be retained? Can the people speaking this way against him now go to the campaign team and join them to go?
Can they stay in the same party?
As for the saying, they can stay. But question: are they going to have the strength to help the campaign to proceed? No. Should Canada Japan also win? Can the members in Dr. Baumia camp also get that energy to support Canada Japan or whoever to win? And then the fragmentation will continue.
Kwabena Japan also.
The others, my former education minister also, Dr. Adzika and all that. The question is that from the way they are throwing the jabs and the way to them, no. Question is, when Mukuru wina and Kafuna Wakan, as Ubutum, when you them and Kambum, no that now. I want to appeal to them. This is internal contest. This is internal contest. It is becoming too much. When you have no be for dog in a career, no for Yema primaries on your boko. Let you note that it is not easy winning the national elections in Ghana. Already NDC is in power. MPP just left office, and we know that in this country anything at all can happen. And only when you go into an election with a unified force that you can easily win. But from the way they are throwing the jabs, they should be very measured. When you have now in election, what you are selling what you can do.
Selling your ideas.
You are selling your ideas.
One of the papers, front pages, they record. They say, Dr. Baumia says, poverty will be a thing of the past. One of the papers is small.
And since you are Ghana, you me. May I pray there? Unemployment is very high. Yeah. And I think that every political leader should come up with ways of trying to get job for the people. This person has done this, this person has done this, this person has done it. It will not help anybody. They should give us candidates who are capable of leading the country. If you become a flag bearer and you cannot win the national election, what have you done? So I want to appeal to NPP, one of our contestants in that they should all be level-minded. No one that they are building a party together. It's only when we have multi-party democracies where the 2 parties or 3 parties are strong, then we can have a very lively democracy. But situations where people are biting themselves and killing themselves, it will not help all of us. So I want to appeal to the flag bearers. All of them are very fine candidates, very good candidates. Yeah. They have done a lot in this country. Some of them, we know their backgrounds and all that. One more wasn't. Now one man and we are doing a career. To the party, the flag bearer. Now we are. We're better than Kabum. So what my Kabuma Jide and some of our can obi the sign. But at that time, the harm is already caused. In terms of the
politics, by this time, I can say they will be sitting somewhere enjoying themselves. They're enjoying their lives. But Ghana's unemployment rate has eased to 13.6% by the end of 2024, and that is a downturn from the 14.6 in 2023. This is reflecting the modest 1% decline in the rates, and I feel it is also an improvement But the figures were contained in the latest annual Household Income and Expenditure Survey for the fourth quarter Labour Statistics 2024, released by the Ghana Statistical Service. The youth aged between 15 and 35 are currently unemployed, underscoring the persistent pressures on first-time job seekers and graduates despite the broader gains in employment. Yeah, first-time job seekers. You school fresh, a service, I contributed to the larger number, but ideally we share range now. The unemployment rate in there at performed by just 1%.
Mr. As I was saying immediately, this year, young mama, young people who have energy, who are supposed to work. The danger is that they may turn their energy into bad use. Yeah. And when the young people get that bad energy, it is going to be a timed bomb for this country. And this is where politicians, this is where people in authority must make sure that we work towards letting our young people get something to do. We have seen a lot of things going around from the previous government to this government, from the NAPCOs and now the youth employment and the Jumewura and kind of thing. All the slogans are going on. But we want people to get sustainable job to do. So, in the more especially them fighting. So be or Juma or ye, must have said the player. You will have camera before you Juma, producer in Juma, and may I say, one of the way you find the Orquaco. We won't go. But it's only when people don't have jobs to do, the minute you call them, give them 5 cities, 10 cities, they will go and cause mayhem. And see, we need to work on this unemployment matter. In 2022, it was around 11.28%. 2023, 14.6%, and in 2024, we are having 13.6%. Yeah. If you compare the rates across some of the countries in Africa, for example, you can see that in the West African sub-region, you can have a country working about 20%, a lot of them, and we are having 13.6%. I believe we are trying, but we need to work extra harder, especially the situation now. Statistics the young people are becoming so much unemployed, and that is what my concern is. We send there in where we school, where we university, or you where we polytechnic, where we take university. The question is, so now they are going to use their brains. Mister, don't forget that these are people who are always on the internet. Mm-hmm. They are always on the internet, and so many things are going on there. Yeah. They can join back groups. Mm-hmm. They can form a way of forming some joint ventures. They can go into so many things that we cannot control. They can become addicts, drugs, and all that, and we cannot control where they go on. And so,
because if you take a look at, there's a current survey that has to do with the number of young people in secondary school, second cycle institutions who are into cocaine and hard substance abuse. And this morning I was reading, I was like, what rate are we recording? 11%, 10%, 13%. And these are young people who are in schools.
You are young people, so if the people can come out of school and they cannot jobs to do, it is very worrying. I want to appeal to the government, the Minister of Employment, the Youth Ministry, Minister for Youth Employment and Empowerment, whatever. They should look at it very, very well. They sustainable jobs. Informal crop no you. So I hear them. Na say kai there. Ejuma bia onye sustainable. Na dem hona. Say guma. They can now transform their energy into doing very, very bad things. So let us work towards giving our people the employment. Listen. At the closer, all your hard employment seeking in this country, all your favoritism, cronyism.
So a man there, share this report now. A man there need to say a member there. I don't know the reason. Say something no to me beside the reason behind. Maybe a question there, no beside the reason behind the fact say a man in your Juman the same member now probably would have touched that on that one too. But a man there need to say member there.
Yes, and when the man or the baby and say what page you may that sometimes the commitment is there. In fact, so be per manager. Or you are not a man because of the way they handle funds, the way they were able to manage things. No, or you are not people feel that they can do the thing better. I mean, for the baby, especially financial management, better them. So sometimes we would want to get more of the ladies into the system, but Mr. I mean, America in there, some may know, some may say government should work towards getting people sustainable jobs, and that is where we need to go. If the people are not properly employed and they are having their energy restored, they can use the energy for a lot of things, and we cannot control what we are going to do. So I think that the government should work on this project. What is in the slogans, the 24-hour economy, the Jumura, and all those things. Yes, they should practicalize it. Now,
well, in Ghana Tourism Authority, and say social media. There's a viral post on Instagram, especially say Kwame Nkrumah, the welcome sign Wezo and after so Kwaba Dieno Bako in the other in a can has been replaced and substituted to Obake, and this is from the newly refurbished park signage. In Usha Sia, Usha Kwame Nkrumah why my presidential library with nim into my fair. Into this is what is trending on social media, but the Ghana Tourism Authority has refuted the reports that the cultural greetings on the Kwame Nkrumah park signage has been replaced with unfamiliar inscriptions. I must say, it has to go through a lot of processes, because they will say the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Art, NFASU, relevant implementing agencies, there will be a committee that will set up what are the reasons why, or say and if there are no genuine reasons, there can't be a change like that, and they cannot own to the fact say and pass those inscriptions are. This is a statement from the Ghana Tourism Authority.
Ghana is a multilingual country. We have so many languages. Of course, you have English as our official language. Echo the East African countries. Gradually, the Kiswahili is being developed very well, and it's more or less becoming one of their prominent languages. And see, in this our country, I can another chino or your casa unkofuta what's pa. You can go to the north, you can come to Accra, obi o sabi or northern on Tifanti and on Tichina, so Chika the Butumaka, obi o ever. On Tumina on Ka, so Kakribi the Butumaka, obi was also fancy papa pumpa, or Tumika Trinaka. So gradually we have not adopted Tree as our language, but Unkofubre, Utumina, Wakana Kakra. And as an echo outside of the country, Krana, Unkofu Tati, the word Aquaban, what Tasi Patchen, any other thing. I believe that this shouldn't be a matter that should degenerate into maybe tribal or ethnic or something. No, we should allow the Ghana Tourism Authority to handle this matter. Obake for the place to show that and crime for woman in Akwaba, it is fine. Akwaba as a word is good. Wezo is fine. Your man na ide yana kasano oye so say obi aneze or moti. Ono na nyede obe ode wantwi ana or how be ode bebre na. Tourism is tourism. Sometimes they can have ways of trying to brand the whole thing. By past government, I believe the way we should not allow this. I don't think these are major things that should attract attention.
There are not major things, but one of the issues are and in the name changing. And say your universities.
Yes.
And who's so we want to change it to this person's name or say it's a signing basi. And Kodan channel and say I could talk at so.
Yeah.
A few years back, the Accra Sports Stadium.
Yes.
It used to be Ohinijan Sports Stadium.
Yes.
Then the Ghana Traditional Council say, oh, there be a high Ghana land. We need a Ghana name. But Osha Kumasi Sports Stadium.
It's been there.
Baba is not an Akan word.
Yes.
Yara is not an Akan word. But that is the name given to the stadium.
Naming of edifices in countries and jurisdictions, they have their procedures that they go through. Now, answer what will be to a particular edifice. Maybe of course, people are asking that why should Kotoka, for example, be given the name? But as of the time they were naming it after Kotoka, you and I were not there.
Yeah.
In fact, we don't have the full details as of. Yes. We don't know what actually informed the people at the time to decide to name a whole airport after Kotoka. We are not aware. Maybe people should give us the history. If it was Parliament, in fact, it normally goes through Parliament and all that. Is there Hansard? If we can get parliamentary Hansard, that will give us that will give us the reasons why we chose Kotoka and no other person. We should look for that one.
Okay.
Let's say Akwaba. Akwaba airport in Nana, you normally see the Akwaba things there. Say there was special reason why we want to change that. Let us go to the process and do the change. But Mama been telling me that Mama ya madam on take shine out of the them go from warrior towards the tourism here, what the tourism ministry is doing. What they should sit with whoever is raising those issues. What are the reasons that they are coming up with the change? Will the change have any effect?
I also think that they should go there and see for themselves if it is indeed what social media is saying it is.
But maybe here changing has no ball. Or Sunday changing was say it does not resonate with people.
Yeah.
And you can do the change all right. But
because the Ghana language is a bit heavier. And yet when in Nana what some of the words we kind of say, what does it mean? You'll be an
yes. This, in my opinion, this matter they should find a way of looking at it. Ghana is Ghana. We have a lot of languages. People go to in fact when you come to Ghana, people are learning a tree here.
Oh yes.
People are in Grand schools learning tree. People are in Fantiland learning Ga. People are in Kasana and Kana and others learning tree and others. So I think it should not take much of our time. Let us move forward and see how the tourism ministry can galvanize the people and programs to bring foreign direct investment for Ghana to grow.
Okay. Mr. Dylan Pachoyen to us, young Greater Corridor Minister Linda Obenewa Apollo has announced that the performances of Metropolitan, Municipal Affairs, District Chief Executives in the regions will be measured strictly by 3 indicators: sanitation, street lights, and enforcement of bylaws. By NBA phone lines, Nafe, phone room 025-6253-461, 053-835-0625. Offer normal TV volume no, akofo na into me and kasa. I like the fact that sanitation was mentioned.
Yes.
I like the street lights thing. The street lights in Pempino, a boama will be here, Bonibia. You're able to see the person. And I face with the bylaws. The bylaws, maybe person sanitation bylaws.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Nam, there's a bylaws number Juma. It's about the commitment of the assembly.
Okay.
To it. Be put my young kind of your Juma. And see, so why your brand one for Juma that on one point to you. Now, Yaboshe, baby, my American yesterday, I was impressed with the statement, the way not direct, even though he was in charge of the region. She was in charge of the region. I'm only praying that it's not going to be a talk show. Now, on day no one share that. Because if sanitation doesn't improve, our health cannot improve. If it says there are 10,000, where your time for
and that has to do with sanitation as well.
You see, Accra, the fault in some of the areas is very bad. And I think that the minister is doing the right thing. But on share that, street light. Some say Obia in water the one our canon. Bonnie now what our way was soon. And to say impan
the light Ahujo. Auntie, good morning.
Yeah, madam, I cried in you.
Yeah, this you.
Mr. Taylor, Mama Quaba.
Yeah, never me.
Now, my chairman saw from Penny for no beer with me beer. The people call Ghana, but some of me and Toma Ghana, why? Now, I did send you any pay who are Yantiasi. Yanka Sanfa, who are Quaba on a Yabeko. We Ghana. Jesus Christ of Ghana. Okay, can we back at the feel? Now, never walk from much about Mamonka. Now, my men call a greater Prime Minister. 50 days, no, but dear Kunyana, or can't say. Or Besha man can 50 days in a gem.
Oh, she's
not at 10 no more Juma.
I hear Juma.
And when the Yana, when I beg in a platform, so the wedding car can credit. One can watch him. Now, Ghana, Samon may bonfire saying and go upon say GBC. Or when your barb and tea 2 or Monacata 10 ye pay way and pay win. Ube one near the Abbasian Farmer private company. And I am cotton. Me bonya mempire pass a bit peer free will be honest. I am farmer private company, not a BTV. Yakoso.
Thank you.
Na ya GDBC. Aba method the dim wo yesu dim.
Amen.
Na ma me komo obi mlebe na dia Ghana for
025-625-3461 053-835-0625. Mr. Taylor. Okay, Yanko is Marco. Samuel, good morning. Samuel, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, Samuel, good morning. Samuel, Pachoma, TV volume didn't conform now for Yankasa.
They changed this aqua program.
All right, so please do well to call us, and once you call, please do well to lower the volume of your TV sets, and yes, our feedback now, and my end to me, and Kasaye.
Yeah, so Mr. Ramde, into this assemblies, they have a lot of things to do. So you can development and kasa development, it is at the community, at the local level. Our DCs and our members of our assembly members, and one of them can hold one more responsible. And you can to about or one can hold one a voter turnout or your kasapa Sunday. That is where we want to bring people who are going to help development in the local community. As for parliamentarians and the presidents, they all
go to Kenya.
Okay.
Central Africa, they use Aquaba, the same name. So it's internationally accepted. So we don't have to have problem with this name and come and disturb the country. Thank you.
Yo, Samia Dasi, 0256253461, 053-835-0625.
Yeah, one of the things able to my at the local level is this sanitation matter. In the metros, Cape Coast, Accra, the Kumasi, the Tamales, the Takratis and Coast, and when there are pockets of felts in so many areas, and them rain in the fee on no consume and Madame or the how the brain. And so I think that the sanitation that the woman is talking about.
Proper waste management system.
Is that we have to look at that one. The other one is talking about the street light system. Yes, she promised. It was one of her greater promises. No, but Accra will be lit properly. Wasn't there. So we also when some of the street lights. And so you have to give them 2 weeks to fix those lights.
Fix all of that.
I think we have, if we are, you see, I've been saying that normally we do what is inspected. And if people know that what you are doing, someone will come and look at it. They will do it. So the ministers should not sit in the offices. They should be monitoring what is going on, the programs and activities, the policies that they put together.
Because they
should monitor it. You see, because some of the assembly, they're going, yes, and they have to look, they have to do the work for people to see. And one of the things some of them are using their offices as party offices. And when you get into government, it is no more the party. Yes, the party is there. It's a party that became the conduit power. But you don't come to office when we are paying you with the state money for you to come and do party things in that office. I don't think it helps. So they should commit more strength and energy into working for the country.
Okay. Yo, Mr. Taylor, that's it. Sana pa ube kai hona fi uni kasai. But because it's here, Pacho, give us your final comment on all of the stories I kai wahana fi into me and sorry.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yebet shasu aka gbenyuri asame su hono na ya ahemfo ne mpanyfo we na ya sra monde zibiara obeye masomdi botuma ba area hono mo the sona Tona Kawaba area, or no mass of Jimbraho. Nay, you teen, I saw him for the Sassin Bisa, Mamma and Fam Brennan Shahin and Sim, Nay, they kept Ruby, and they could Kobe, your mom wasn't into me. In Sudiara, or Ghana, what the Yama, what the Fado, what the boat, what the Fado. There should be life jackets in these places. Ama, Unquafu or Fan Sunuda, Washe, now Ojana be Bumpa, Nudo Atso Kakra. Na yare ma hona we wuni shazanan ya trasa de obia momozen no man ya jitiri ye hu do man ga na ye kwa dibiara warum fa mfaso bebremba no. Let us just put it aside and see what will help Ghana so we can move forward. So means na arabi chetefu na hwefo na ya menshiro obiara.
Is it Taylor? I mean, sure. Okay. Inti ya papa Mr. Nicholas Taylor, or your educationist, trade unionist, and a youth and gender activist. It has to say, Anapa Ojimre, FA, Nafi, also to be contributing. And I know why you buy the another interview, Ebe Bremer, CCI. Do also stay with us in the back.
The Christian Service University, a fully chartered private university in Ghana, is inviting applications for admission. Undergraduate programs include BSc Nursing and Midwifery, Computer Science, Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Administration, BA Communication Studies, Planning and Social Development, and Theology with Administration. Postgraduate programs include MSc in Accounting and Finance, Monitoring and Evaluation, Corporate Planning and Governance. We have MA MPhil Communication Studies, MA Christian Ministry with Management, Event Management, MPhil English and Mathematics Education. With quality, faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, we blend academic work with entrepreneurial mindset in all our programs. For more information, please call 0246 275375, 0240-154825, or 0244-596603, or visit our website www.csuc.edu.gh. CSU is located at Odeneho Kwadaso on the Kumasi Obuasi Road, 100 meters off Star Junction. Choose CSU today to secure the future of Africa.
And to make him better known. That's
Lavishly upon you.
spreading the gospel, we will do all it takes to make sure that it reaches the ends of the world. And that is what we intend doing as Christians. But this morning, I have been joined by two persons right here in the studio, and we are going to be taking a look at some very important program that will be coming up. But Mr. John 𝗦chị𝗿𝗲, who is the Managing Director and CEO of the Challenge Enterprises of Ghana, and 𝗦chị𝗿𝗲, who is the Acting Preaching Movement Coordinator of Longham Preaching Post. And so we will be able to tell you what's the interview Challenge Enterprises of Ghana on the 2025 National Pastors Christian Leaders Conference is all about, and that is what we are going to be talking about here with these two persons who have joined us in the studio. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
We hope you're doing well.
By God's grace.
All right, thank God. But tell us briefly what you do at your end, where you are the CEO.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity to share what we do. Challenge Enterprise of Ghana, most people know Challenge for our bookshops, so they call it Challenge Bookshop because it's one of the things we do. We have basically about 9 to 10 ministries. There's a 10th one coming up. We have been involved in distribution of Christian literature for close to about a little over 6 decades. So we have quite a lot of our shops dotted around the country. We also have a prison ministry. We also have what we call a Cinevan ministry, where through the Cinevans, we go out there, show films to the community as a way of spreading the gospel. We have a counseling ministry as well, where we give free counseling. We also have the schools ministry. We also have the hospitals ministry and things like that. So basically, we've been involved in this for a while. But the Pastor's Book Set is one of our flagship programs, and every year for the past since the mid-80s, every year except for 1 or 2 years that we skipped, we've been having these pastors conferences with the hope or with the aim of reaching out to pastors and church leaders to equip them, to be able to do their work. And we make sure that by the time they are going, we also have book sets, resources that they can use as they go along. So that is the brief of what we're doing for.
Okay, so are these some of the books?
These are some of the books, and these are especially the books for this year.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll come back to you and tell us a little bit about the books as well. 𝗦chị𝗿𝗲, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
What do you do at Longham? Tell us.
Right, thank you very much, and good morning to our cherished viewers. I work with Longham Associate Preaching Ghana. Longham is actually one of the ministries under John Stott. I'm sure it's a name that is very familiar to most evangelicals. And it's actually a global ministry set up in response to the request for partnership with the churches, so as to help to equip pastors and church leaders, particularly with skills in how to rightly divide God's word through expository preaching. Okay. In Africa, actually, there are about 32. We are in 32 nations, and in Ghana, I happen to be one of the people serving in here. So currently, I'm the Acting Preaching Movement Coordinator for Longham Preaching Ghana.
So I can call you a pastor.
I am a pastor.
Okay, all right. That's nice. That's nice. But so tell us briefly, what is the 2025 challenge all about? It's about National Pastors and Christian Leaders Conference. Give us a brief insight into this particular topic, and then what do you intend doing at the program?
Right. Thank you very much. And so, as Mr. 𝗦chị𝗿𝗲 said, they have been holding this conference for several years now. What is different in this year's conference is that there's going to be a collaboration between Longham and Challenge. And this year's conference is focusing on helping us build skills and tools and the art of expository preaching. Okay. God wants his word to reach his people in its simplicity, so that not only do we understand it, but we are able to apply it in our day-to-day life to be transformed to become Christ-like. Now, if we are unable to rightly divide this word and we take it out of context and we somersault it, then, you know, the authentic gospel isn't preached faithfully, with clarity, and with relevance to our context. And so people aren't transformed. So this year's event is very unique, and we have a lot of seasoned ministers put together to be part of this special conference. And let me say that our presiding bishop is actually a Langham scholar. Okay. And he is one of the speakers. Yes. And of course, you know his worth.
Okay. So, Mr. Kodaji, tell us, when is this program happening? Where exactly is it taking place? What are the time frames for the program?
Yes, the conferences, like this year's conference, just like other years, have always been slated for the first 4 days of September. Okay. So this year again, from the 1st to the 4th of September. Okay.
So how long have you been doing this before you continue?
Since the mid-80s. So we've been doing this for several decades.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Now, what is the turnout like?
Oh, it's been good. In fact, the very first pastor's book sets, we had close to 3,000 book sets being given out. It was then the first time. Yes, at the conference. I mean, at the conference, we had close to that many people benefiting from all Christian denominations.
Oh, when you talk about Christian denominations, can you mention?
I mean,
Methodist, Anglican,
Pentecostal, all those under the Christian Council, Pentecostal Council, and various denominational divides. So basically, yes, and we also incorporate the parachurch organizations. In fact, let me quickly add that apart from Langham that we are partnering with this year, we've partnered with GEC, Evangelism Committee, since inception of this program.
Okay.
So on their platform and our platform, we work together. And then also Living Seed Ghana.
Yeah. Yes. I can see a speaker from Living Seed Ghana, Team Ghana, right here. Okay. So you didn't finish telling us the venue, the date, and the
so the venue is the Rich Church. The Rich Church also partners with us in this every year. They block this on their calendar. No program is allowed to happen except challenge. And we are privileged and we are thankful to that. I think we need to hear this. So Rich Church has been partnering with us. They've been doing this. Now it's normally from 8 to 2.
8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yes, we don't want to take the whole day, so you can have a little time left to go back, reflect, prepare for the next day.
Okay. Are you giving us food?
Yes, there is food, except for a little contribution that you make.
Okay. How much are we talking about?
50 cedis a day. So if you want to, that's 200 for
the 4 days.
For the 4 days.
Okay. All right. Are we doing any registration, and what websites do we go to for the registration? Would you want to answer that?
Okay, so we have a registration. It's only 300 cedis.
Okay.
And so you get a conference booklet, which contains all the presentations of the 10 speakers. And you're going to have 2 free books.
Once you pay the 300?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is being sponsored by Langham Literature in the UK. And actually, this is one of those books, preaching the parables. And you have this, you have your conference booklet, and a second book, and all the teachings for only 300 cedis. Could you please give us the registration link?
Okay.
We would, before we go, we'll try and so you can post it.
Post it, okay.
All right.
So we'll send it to me quickly.
Okay. I also see here a book collection. What is the book collection all about?
Okay, so we have seated right in front of us a set of 12 books made up of books from various tried and tested authors. Even Ghanaian authors, I mean, especially because we have Ghanaians who write very good Christian literature. One of them is our past speaker, one of the past speakers, Reverend 𝗦cie𝗿𝗲. His book's right in front. That's how come I'm mentioning him, not because it's different. And then we have those from various others at the. But this one are 2 commentaries, and one for the Old Testament, one for the New Testament.
Okay.
Yes, and So you have the.
So this is for the Old Testament.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the New Testament.
This is the New Testament.
So these books, and then we have this, which we've had a challenge for a while. We're basically running out, but we thought this conference, those who are coming, must benefit because we
all the names in the Bible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we have that. We also have 10 heroes. These are stories of various Christian people who have passed through the ages of their contribution and impact that they've made. In addition to that, we have this. I've mentioned Reverend Kwame's.
Yeah.
We have, of course, we've mentioned this, but then we have these two. The Challenge of Parenting by John Stott. We mentioned John Stott already. We know about him. We also have
the Challenge of Preaching.
Yes, that's the Challenge of Preaching.
Challenge of Preaching.
Yeah, by John Stott. And then we also have the Pastoral Preaching, building the people for God. We also have the Church in an Age of Crisis. We have the Trinity of saying we have authentic Christianity, and on and on and on. So basically, the idea, this is just a few of the books that we have, but every year we make them available for the benefit of those who participate.
Okay.
And this set is actually going for only 1,200 Ghana cedis. All this.
Okay.
Only one commentary can cost you over 500 cedis on the market, you know.
So you're paying for virtually just about maybe half the cost. It's seriously subsidized.
Okay, so before we go, tell us who the speakers are. You want to go through them? Their names?
So among the speakers, we have Apostle Eric Nyamiche, the chairman for the Church of Pentecost. We have the presiding bishop, our very own Professor Johnson Asamoah Jedu. We have Reverend Dr. Charles Aka from the Living Seed. We have Reverend Dr. Femi Adeleye, who is the Langham Africa Director. We also have Reverend Emmanuel Bolabi Borte, who was recently the Accra Diocese Bishop. He also is the chairman of Langham, Ghana. We have Apostle Jude Hammer, the vice chair also of Langham. We have Reverend Kumsen, Reverend Dr. Julius Kumsen from 𝗦𝗍𝗲. We have two others from Trinity, Reverend Dr. Martin Obeng, and then Reverend Dr. John Abedu Kwashi, and a few others. But it's going to be a very beautiful moment in the presence of God, and you can't afford to miss.
So let me quickly add that Reverend Ahija.
Reverend Emmanuel Ahija, yes.
And then some other facilitators like Francisca. Yes, herself. And then Victor Obin will join us in facilitating the practical sections.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We want to see the video of what the promo is all about, and then we can call it off.
I will be content, 'cause I know you would never fail me. Even when
All right, and so welcome back. This is the program that is happening from the 1st of September to the 4th of September 2025. Do well to register using the website www.challengeghana.org/pastors conference, and the amount is 300 cedis. And if you are interested in the lunch for the 4 days, you pay 200 cedis, and then do well to pay the 1,200 for the book collection as well. For more information, call 0555-108962 or 0553-803-163. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, but we'll be back with 𝗦cie. Please do also stay with us.